So essentially, it is evident to us, at least, that we have people from all over the world at this moment. And we are very keen to give you some information about the program that you're interested in today, which is the Master of Science in Global Management. I'll start by introducing myself. My name is Marina Bastunis. So you can see in my image that I am today talking to you from Paris, where I have been, like everyone else, on lockdown for the past 5.5 weeks. I'm very excited to meet all of you because I haven't seen so many people, so many new people in all this time. And I have been in charge of the Master of Science in Global Management since 2008. So it's one of the programs that is absolutely in my heart, and I think for good reason. And I'm looking forward to telling you all about it. I just want to say, before I introduce Katie, who is co-hosting with me today, I was born and raised in Greece. And I moved to France a long time ago, and I am now working in English for an international English speaking. I'm sorry, but it's getting really warm. The sun is starting to hit me. So I was saying that I am, I was born and raised in Greece. I live in France. I work in an English international environment. And this is a very good characteristic of the program, which is now going to be also introduced by Katie Fisher. She was born in the UK, in Manchester, and the Manchester, England lady has been working in France. So I think we're really representative for this program that is called Global Management. And I'm glad to see so many of you from all over India, from all over France, and the anonymous iPhone people also from their own area. So Katie, would you like to introduce a little bit about yourself, and then we'll start?
Of course. So hi, as Marina said, I am British. My name is Katie, and I'm part of the admission managers team here at NEOMA. This program is specifically one that I hold very close to my heart, because when I first started at NEOMA, it was one of the programs that I used to recruit for exclusively. So I'm really happy to be able to present this program. You will never find a director of a program, a head of a program that's as passionate and as involved as Marina. And I'm pretty sure that you'll see today in the presentation just how involved she will be in the program. So please do not hesitate to write your questions down, ask those questions, because this is the best opportunity to talk to us today about the program and make sure it's the right choice for you.
Absolutely. And with that, we're going to launch our PowerPoint and share it with you. We will have information on that screen for you, but also what's essential is your questions. Sorry, I have started on the wrong slide. And here we go with our names, Marina and Katie. A little bit of information about our school, quand même.
Exactly. Just for those of you that don't know maybe who we are or the key facts about us, here we go. Don't worry, I'm not going to go into each point, but what's really crucial to know about ourselves is we are actually part of the 1% of business schools that are triple accredited. So we have the triple crown, and we're very proud of that. And when choosing a business school, it's always really important to see who has these accreditation from outside organizations, so that you can be sure in the fact you're going to have a quality of education wherever you choose to go. So we are based in the north of France across 3 campuses. However, for this program specifically, you would be in Reims, which is about an hour away from the center of Paris by train. As we were trying to show you before, we're a very international body here at the school, not just the 25% of international students, but the staff and the teachers as well, the professors, are often from all around the world, which is why, like this program, it will be taught 100% in English. And what's really important to note, we have a huge alumni network, as you can see the figure there, and we have so many major corporate partners. This, we hope, will help you in your future career and assuring that you get some of the best internships as well. But I guess the important question, Marina, is where are we ranked? It's often the question that comes up. So we are known throughout of France as well. We're a top 10 business school, but internationally we're known as well. So we're 43rd in the Financial Times. We are ranked 19th in The Economist. Obviously, these are rankings that you should be aware of. We're currently 6th for business schools in the ranking L'Étudiant. And we're very, very proud of 2 prestigious rankings in the Shanghai ranking in the management categories. So you can be sure that obviously the program and the school are very well known internationally and of course in France.
What's more important though is how is the Master of Science in Global Management ranked in France? And
Perfect. Well, there's a lovely photo on this. Can you see how happy Marina is there with her 6th place? And the students as well just next to us. It really is a program, as Marina says, she's been head of this program for many years. There's over 10 years experience for this program, but it's a virtual campus. It's really a program as well with the human touch, and you'll see that with Marina's presentation, how involved she is. NEOMA as a school, we often say, come and join the family. We're very passionate about what we do, and most of our students that come to us leave with the same passion and pride to have come from our business school. So Marina, am I able to pass back to you to get down to the nitty-gritty of the program?
yes, I'm just, before I go into the nitty-gritty of the program, we have tried to include as many personal pictures. I know it looks like I'm showing you my Facebook page with all my portraits, but I was trying to bring more information about what is our day-to-day life. And this is our campus. This is one of our pods that is on the campus where I'm sitting in. And across campus, we have these isolation booths, I could call them, but you can see that this is for one person. We have other ones which are for 2 or 4 people, and you can just isolate and have screens around you, and all the plugs, etc., that you might need to be connected and to work in teams or to work with other people or to have conferences like this. And I'm just so sad to say that these isolation pods, now they make so much sense with all the time that we're spending working alone. So I thought that picture, I really wanted to put that picture on. And these are the students of this year. And they are in our campus in Reims. So what is the issue with this program, and why has it been interesting for you? I hope the main appellation, the name of the program is Global Management. So essentially it is saying that it is providing a global view, a 360 degrees view of management, international management, global management. And if I were to bring together 5 reasons why we think this is an important it's an exciting, important next step to your career, it would be, first, we just told you 10 years of market success and 10 years of adapting. That's most important, because we're called global management. We are not specialized. We are a general program, and every year we adapt, and through the years we adapt to what is going on in the international markets, and we keep the program up to date, let's say. It has worked, we know, because it's been ranked 10th in its category for the past 10 years. It offers a general view of management. So for participants in particular who are looking to consolidate their profile with information on management, but coming from engineering, for example, or coming from psychology, for example, or coming from another area, this is exactly what is going to give you a generic view of management on all its dimensions. More information coming up. And these 2 last ones are my favorite, because global management, guys, I'm sorry, but we are at the heart of what is going on around us today. Yeah, it is exactly about managing global issues and managing being aware of global issues, because today we see it. No one can manage their little school or their little company or their little grocery disconnected from what is going on in the world. We have been updating to the trends of the market, and the double degree option, which is very exciting for us this year. You'll have more information coming up and a little bit of a surprise. And here we are, of course, a master that is recognized by the Conférence des Grandes Écoles, which is the accrediting body for Masters of Science in France. And here we are with the students of this year in our selfie. I continue. I just wanted to remind you that when we say the word global, we mean global in the sense that the program is general, so it's looking globally at the company. We're looking at finance and market finance and corporate finance. We're doing a little bit of accounting or managerial accounting, marketing, customer experience, strategy, global strategy. We're looking at operations and supply chain. We're looking at, I should add, things like your own personal skills and interpersonal skills of communication, of negotiation, of just building teams and working with teams. But on the second hand, what we're really mostly called global about is that we are looking at global events and how they are affecting corporate practices. And we are becoming consultants on this field. So governance, international bodies of governance, we see today how important it is to understand what the WHO is saying and what the governments are saying and what the health organizations are saying. How do these things function? How do they correlate and how do they make decisions? Sustainability. How can we survive this planet? How can we protect the people? How can we forward society, not just business? It's not enough to make profit anymore. It's about the planet. It's about peace. And the big trend that is going through the markets today, and that's digitalization. We see today the app that is going to tell us, who or where was the person that is closer or further from me that has been perhaps contaminated. We see how the French government is very much involved in discussing with Google and Apple how to create digital tools to help with this you see, I can't even say it, pandemic. I don't want to say it. And these are the study objectives for the program. I'm going to continue with something that you can see in the brochure, but I want you just to look very quickly at how it's organized. It is 2 semesters and then the 3rd semester where you take your internship or any other professional experience. Of course, it can be a job. We're not insisting that it's an internship. And these 2 semesters are going to be analyzed a little bit more in detail in our next slides when we go into the difference between the simple degree that takes place, the single degree that takes place all in Reims, and the double degree and how that pans out in 1 year. However, just by looking at a couple of courses, you can see here, digital socioeconomic environment. I think the title indicates what I've just been saying. Global innovation, statistics for business and management, or let me see here, current issues in global governance. You see, these are the courses that make this much more than just international management, which of course it is. And we come to Katie, international views, exciting highlights. Would you like to introduce the idea?
For many of you as maybe candidates or looking at this program, is it of interest to me? We also have a double degree option, which would mean you can study at 2 excellent universities as well as NEOMA Business School, and in the end have 2 degrees to finish off your 15 months of study. So this is with the International Partnership of Business Schools, and as you can see, you would have the chance to go to Dublin City University in the 2nd semester of the program, or go to ESV Business School in Germany. Yeah, sorry, Maria.
I have a surprise for everyone because we managed to have Niamh O'Mahony with us this morning from ESB. Now, again, in the international, how shall I say, in the international outlook of this program, Niamh is Irish and she works in Germany, and she is the director of the double degree at IPBS, and she is the director of the double degree program in particular in ESB. And I'm very excited that she was able to join us this morning so she can give us a presentation of what this double degree is all about, how we developed it. And of course, we are thinking of our partner who is in Dublin City University, and he is not here today with us. Niamh, welcome to our webinar.
Thank you, Marina. Very pleased to be here. And thank you for the warm welcome. And despite the surname, I have nothing to do with Dublin City University. I'm only here representing the ESB Business School this morning. Marina said that we've been working together for many years. In fact, our schools have been working together for about 40 years in the area of international management programs, and about 20 years in the area of international master's programs. And now with the MGM, what we want to do is to really highlight the fact that management today is global, but also that in order to be a successful manager today, you need to have leadership skills, and you need to be able to have the digital skill set necessary to be able to function in this era of digital disruption in which we find ourselves today. Maybe a couple of words about my school. We're one of Germany's top business schools. We're also one of Germany's biggest business schools, located near Stuttgart, which is a highly industrialized area, known, for example, in connection with things like Daimler and Porsche. The car industry is very strong, but not just the car industry. And when people think about the ESB, the two things that come to mind are that we are leaders in international business programs and have very close contacts to industry. And we pride ourselves in being very practice orientated when it comes to how we approach the teaching of business. And we are known in Germany as Little Harvard, so that will give you an idea as to the type of reputation that we have, certainly in Germany.
Wow.
I just want to clarify now for everyone, and please, Niamh, do stay to give us more information about the program. How does this organize for the student? The student has one first semester in Reims where we provide the courses that are available on the brochure and online, but also we will go through very quickly now. And then in the second semester, they move to either the Dublin partner, which very interestingly, be careful, is not Niamh Mahoney because she is in Germany, or the German partner, and that's where the student will stay for the completion of their thesis, the second semester, and their final dissertation, their thesis. Also, as you know, students will be involved in an internship or a professional experience, and this can be taken globally. So the student can start studying in France, then go to Dublin, have the internship in Germany. If they're able to be hired, of course. And that's the most exciting part of this program, I think, because it does not require that you move from one end to the other of the world. As you saw in the map earlier, it is absolutely possible to be traveling within small distance within the Schengen area, and that facilitates, I think, the moving of the student and the grounding of the student in a geographical area rather than just traveling, which is difficult sometimes, you know, going from one continent to the next. So would you like to go on a little bit, Niamh, to discuss how we thought about integrating digital competencies in the ESB program?
Absolutely. I mean, you can see very clearly from what Marina has just been telling us about the study block at NEOMA that here you have very much the global management perspective that you're looking at. And when it comes then to the second part, what we are looking at is the focus on the digital competencies and the leadership skills that you would need in a digital world. And you can see here from the modules that very much this digital orientation and leadership orientation comes across. For example, we see here with things like leadership in a digital world, or consulting skills for digital transformation, or smart operation operations management. So here what we've been really trying to do, and it's also been the focus of NEOMA, is to give you a real add-on to what you've been doing at bachelor level. I mean, from my experience in talking to students, you often hear at master's level, you're doing things that you've done before. And this was really important for us when we put together this new program, that you're doing things that you haven't done before. You may have done elements of them, but you're not going to be doing them in the constellation that you're going to have here.
And of course, we said that DCU is not present with us today, but it's the same idea. You see that DCU is much more sensitive to issues of strategy, disruption, and innovation. So design thinking and creativity for innovation is one of the courses that characterizes their position in the program. But I guess if you have questions, we'll be very happy to respond to you know, how can one decide if one is more interested in the DCU program or the ESB double degree program. Perhaps I'll leave that hanging there for later, Niev, if you agree, because I would like us to just focus on giving you all the information very quickly, and we can come back to it, about what happens to students once they finish their studies at the Master of Science Global Management. This is the information about internships, which I know is very crucial to all students. And I'm not providing the information about careers, which is available to all it's available on the website. So I thought we'd just go very quickly through the internship information statistics. And essentially the one thing that I hope you can see is how varied it is. So very frequently students say, so what kind of internship will I get? Well, you will get the internship that you want. You know, we have a lot of consulting and IT consulting and marketing, although we're not a marketing program, evidently, because we are global managers. We are the managers of every other manager. So we have sales, we have project management, although we are not special, we're not called project management, program, supply chain, human resources, and you can see all of these are represented here. And then I just want to remind you of what is again very well said on our website, that two of the main motivators for you finding your internship is the fact that the school itself, just like ESB, holds career talents that are organized by our career talent and career center, where companies come and they meet our students and they meet the graduates. The alumni association is very strong in bringing students together. We have in the program included seminars that help you to find ways to motivate your career, your internship research, and your career eventually. This gives some data in where do people find their internships from the program. And although you know that it's an 80% international students program, at least it has been in the past years, 67% of the internships take place in France. And finally, again, another slide with a lot of numbers, but not a lot of numbers, but I'm just trying to show you again that consulting in IT and in digital positions is really the first place of internships in the past years. Oh, these data also that I just gave you are a compilation of the past 4 years of internships in the students. And also that banking, despite the fact that we're not specialized in finance, but banking is one of the areas where the internships are absorbed. The same for industry and audit. And the rest you can see is completely open to the interests and the passions and the vocation and the opportunities that our students get. And with this, I don't know if you would like to ask questions very soon about all of it, but Katie is going to give you more information about what to do if you want to apply.
Thank you. So we have a few options. We do recommend, obviously, straight away, if you want to check your eligibility, we understand you might have questions, please feel free to get in touch. We'll put our email address in the chat box later. But on the whole, normally the program is aimed at somebody with a 4-year bachelor's degree. You can have come from different backgrounds. Maybe you've studied different subjects. We have got many recruits that haven't just come from management and business in the past, so please do let us know. But you would need to have a very good level of English, as the program, despite being taught obviously in France, in Germany, you would need to be able to speak English, as it's 100% in English. So strong interpersonal skills as well, as we've put, but really this curiosity and courage. So get in touch with us if you want to know more about your eligibility. In terms of the other options and the other tracks we've got for the admissions criteria, sorry, is it on the next slide, Marina, for
yes, I would talk about the two. Yes, please talk about the 2-year option thing. Thank you.
Just very quickly, if any of you do have a 3-year bachelor's degree, or if you really don't have enough experience to join the program straight away, please do get in touch, as we can now offer you what we call almost a pre-master's year to help you integrate into the program in the 2nd year of studies with ourselves.
And
then,
I would like to just go through the double degree application, because Niev is with us also.
Not a problem. Would you? We've got obviously the website here to apply, but would you like me to go into this in more detail?
Niev, would you like to go into this part and give the slide on double degree applications, because there's a specificity?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can, of course. Yeah, so for the double degree, what you need to have is either a degree in business, or you need to have, if you're a business minor, a minimum of 4 business courses, 2 of which must be from the quantitative area. So things like statistics, or maybe finance, or maybe economics. This is important because there are subjects that are quantitative in the master's program, and we want to make sure that you're going to be able to cope with them. You need to have a minimum GPA of, actually it's 2.5, Marina, which is
okay,
more, and that's roughly about 12.3, I think, in French terms.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what is it in French terms? I'm sorry.
12.3.
Yes, I'm coming back.
Yeah, the 2.1 is the Irish equivalent.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about
we have
that.
all this fun with different grading systems across the countries, but it's at 12.3 in French terms is what you need. And as Katie said, you need to have really good English skills, because the course is taught completely in English. And Marina here has mentioned IELTS, but we also accept TEFL and Pearson and Cambridge. And on our website, we have various different, the scores that we need from these tests. I know some of you are saying at the moment, okay, what am I going to do with Corona? How am I going to get access to a language testing center? Well, TOEFL is offering an IBT special home edition. At the moment, it's available in every country, I think, except China and Iran, but they're working on both of these countries. And it's easy to get a test. I think you can organize a test within about a week. So that certainly is, I think, at the moment, a very good option.
Sorry, it was me, Marina. It was just to say, if there are any questions on this next slide, we know that there's a lot of tracks and a lot of options, and we want to make sure you're on the right track for you. As we say, our email address is there for you to get in touch with us, so we can help you work that out and check that you've got all the right documents to apply.
I've been looking at some of the questions, and I'm eager to start answering them. So I just want to conclude by reminding everyone that the next intake is in Reims. So we start in Reims, whichever path you follow for the master's degree, and that starts in October. Also, that we have just extended the deadlines for the end of July, the 3rd of August to be exact. So you shouldn't be worrying that, you know, it's too late, or is it too late? We have all the time in the world. Someone asked online that you need to apply for a visa. Of course you do, but that should take about 1 month in my experience. You need to have a Schengen visa to be admitted to the European space, the European Schengen space, and that takes about 1 month. And this is why, as we are starting in October, we are stopping the applications at the beginning of August. That leaves you clearly, you know, a full month, more than 1.5 months for the visa to come through. And once you are admitted from IPBS and from NEOMA, you will receive the documents that you submit to the visa office to get your student visa done. I want to remind students who are interested in the 2-year option, so the students that have a 3-year bachelor degree with and most importantly, with perhaps not a business management specialization, so a 3-year bachelor's degree in, I don't know, law, for example, or in I can't think of any, humanities, anthropology, dentistry,
yeah.
architecture, you know, painting, music. So students with a 3-year degree that are looking to enter in a business environment would apply to follow a 2-year option that would start in Rouen. And here I have an image of the Rouen campus. And then move to the Reims campus. Both of these campuses, as you know, are 1 hour away from Paris, and their application is open until the end of July, so the October 3rd as well. I would like us now, if you all agree, to go and read some of the questions that have been asked. So I will stop sharing and I will go into
Chat.
looking
We've got a really good question for possibly that you could both answer from both business schools' point of view. Daria from the Ukraine has said, what is the practical part of this program? Are there various workshops, seminars? So will that vary from school to school if she's to choose the double degree?
Well, I would ask Niev to respond, because I know the pedagogy, the you know, the learning tools that they're using at her amazing program. It is absolutely practical. There is theory. You can't, you know, you can't not study the models, but the point of a master's degree is to work in teams, to have projects, project presentations, to frequently be in touch with companies who will bring some problems, you know, to be analyzed by the professor and the students in groups. Oral presentation skills are absolutely essential, where students have to pitch their solutions and their projects in class in front of their colleagues. Niev, would you like to give some more examples of simulations, games, you know, live teaching?
Yeah, I think that it's important to say that, first of all of our professors have a lot of industrial experience. We will have at least 2 lecturers who are full-time working in industry. So, you know, the focus is very much on how do I apply my knowledge to real life cases. And I think that's a really important thing to stress. We also have a lot of guest speakers that come in and do simulations with students. Our school is sponsored by about 40 leading German companies, and they are continuously on campus with workshops and events for students. And then, of course, we have the internship.
Yes.
Perfect.
And Daria from Ukraine, thank you very much for your question. I look forward to meeting you. Are you there? We have a few more minutes. Are you there? Can you come online? Also, Sandrine from Rwanda is asking, how do you compare a typical MBA, Niev, I think this is very important, a typical MBA program to our double degree program or the single degree program?
I think that probably one of the differences is the fact that we have, in terms of the age group, we have more homogenous group. I mean, in a typical MBA class, you have people aged, I don't know, 25 to 65. So the age group is going to be, I would say, you know, round about average age 22 to 25. So that's, I think, one of the differences. And the second difference, I think, is the fact that in many MBA courses, you have people with no business background. The majority of students that come on the program will have 100% business at bachelor level, and then the rest will be people who have studied business as a minor subject. So, you know, typically at least four modules, and you wouldn't get that in an MBA program. It tends to be people, you know, they've studied chemistry, they've worked in the chemical area for many, many years, and now for the next step in their career, they need to have a management qualification. So we're catering to a different audience.
I would fully agree that the MBA is more geared toward candidates who have already had a very long, a substantial, not very long, but a long professional experience, and who are looking to reorient their careers, whereas the master's degree are more geared towards students who are still studying. We do have students with some experience, but they're still trying to build up their profile, rather than, you know, change their professional the professional path. I'm looking at Nivetha here, who's asking information about our incubators. And yes, indeed, the business incubator of NEOMA Business School is a place where we can, where entrepreneurial specialists are looking at student ideas about working in or building up startups. And every student or every student group has the right to apply to the incubator and present their project to the incubator. It is not in the master's degrees, how shall I say, administration. So in the past, Masters of Science in Global Management students have applied to the incubator, and they have been selected by the incubator, and they have presented their businesses, and they have won national awards, and they have built up their startups. It is true, but it's not for all the students. It's a specific it's a specific path that you can go into entrepreneurship. And remember that the Master of Science in Global Management is not an entrepreneurship program. It is a management program for all intents and purposes. It's not geared to teach you how to build a business plan. So think carefully. Okay, everyone. Katie, Niev, we are done. And also I can see Irina has just joined us as well. Hi, Irina. We really have to go because we have other webinars coming online. We hope that you enjoyed it. It's been great seeing all of you, that's for sure. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much. Any other questions? Our email address is just there, so feel free to get in touch with the team, and we can go over any points that we've discussed in the webinar today.
Okay, I'm going to say goodbye, and I'm going to say to Maxime, who is trying to ask a question, do contact us after this. We'll still be online. Bye, Maxime. Bye, everyone.